Cloud computing was an essential part of our digital migration and help us to save our critical data in the time of the full-scale invasion. And right now it became an essential part of our digital resilience strategy and of our digital infrastructure, which we will use for civilian, but also for our military, and where we deploy our C4 ICR system, where with recognition. And so actually, we believe that it will be an innovative part of the civilian and warfare, unfortunately, as well.
Actually, on the field, the requirements and the needs for cloud computing are really high in terms of performance that needs to be addressed, and low latency and high reliability of the cloud services. So cloud services and cloud technology can really support on the field operations through the real-time data collection, data analysis, and with the supported technology that can really be effective in the cloud, like artificial intelligence and big data analytics, situational awareness and decision-making support can really be enhanced with the use of cloud technologies on the field.
Well, the cloud is essential to national security and defense, and actually to not use it creates a disadvantage. If you really think about the needs of defense, the ability to move fast, so speed, the ability to move with scale, especially with artificial intelligence and machine learning, or the ability to leverage the innovation that the cloud brings, those are all essential. So for a country to actually use cloud for national security and defense, it's fundamental, it's necessary, and without it, it creates a disadvantage.
First of all, I wanted to thank you for an ESI for this event. I thought the discussions were fascinating. Both panels were absolutely amazing. Also giving an experience, a breadth of experience that was really wide and showing us various use of cloud. From where I'm coming from EU LISA, as I mentioned, it's not a question of if we transition to cloud. It's really a question of how we do that, taking into account our own challenges, but also the boundaries into which we need to operate, whether compliance, whether respect of data privacy and data protection and security that are really at the heart of what we do, which is bringing digital services to our stakeholders, member states, and in the end, to the EU citizens.
We've been discussing what is the main reason for adopting cloud. I think that everybody was in agreement that innovation is the driving force. Probably the nuances in terms of how this is going to be adopted are the key things. We share lessons learned in the private sector for the last decade. And probably the defense and public sector is going to face the same issues, so we can learn from them. Speaking about specifically in defense, recent conflicts, they have provided us a lot of lessons about data-centric combat units, how to make decisions faster and in time, and definitely clouds are going to help significantly to enable us to achieve that.
Yes, so if implemented properly and based on a proper security risk assessment in advance, using the cloud can consistently improve the resilience of the European institutions and for the processing of the various data they have. This can help both with the confidentiality, integrity, and availability aspects of the cybersecurity part.
Cloud services are paramount to provide innovative capabilities and to make sure that our armed forces will prevail. Sovereign cloud features can be designed in such a way that data is always encrypted, is controlled by the originating country, and can be shared with other alliances members, and can be executed in a secure compartment in different friendly regions. IT will be no longer bound to a limited amount of physical data centers, which will become targets eventually, but will become a fully encrypted, always accessible realm of data lakes, leveraging the power of collected intel. Resilience also means survivability of every soldier, policeman, firefighter, or first responder. Leveraging cloud and edge will be crucial to guarantee resilience. The cloud is already the largest critical infrastructure in the world. To ensure our sovereignty, we must leverage its capabilities.
So I'd like to give a few concrete examples of what AWS is bringing for the customers. So you have data residency, so the assurance of having the data stored and processed where the customer is choosing. You have control around the access to data. So we bring the technology which we call Nitro, which prevents anyone, even AWS employees, to access the data if the customer doesn't want to. I will bring up resiliency as well. That was highly discussed in this panel, and that was a very important part. And of course, encryption, with the keys being fully under the control of the customers.
Well, in the fast-paced innovation that we're facing nowadays, the reality is that innovation comes from the private sector. And that means that if we want to keep up in the digital space, we need to make better public-private partnerships. And to maintain our technological edge, moving to the cloud, I think is essential. That allows us to keep updating our technologies to the latest at all times, whilst at the same time profiting from all the knowledge that the private sector has in securing our systems. So we need to move towards a new model, also in security and defense, that will include moving our data to the cloud.